Rock this town, rock it inside out. Doo 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 doo. Oh, hello everyone. Sheila Willis, project manager of the History Check mobile app, which you can download at historycheck.ca. This is our year in review, and we're going to tell you what's up and coming for 2020. Spectacular project, if I do say so myself. From my kitchen table in Smith, Alberta, we have created an Alberta-wide heritage and tourism mobile app. It's map-based, lists out communities and all the things that you can see and do there, but engage in their history and other points of interest and cool facts and trivia. So this project started several years ago, definitely a grassroots effort. We're moving on to the main stage now, as you'll see from this 2019 review. And the whole intent of the project is that everybody gets to collaborate on it, and the end result for the app user is a huge and diverse amount of information to go exploring Alberta. So I'm going to start with 2019. We kicked off into the year having just received this award, and it is an Outstanding Achievement Award for Heritage Awareness presented by the Alberta Historical Resources Foundation. So after that, I scheduled in to present at Growing Rural Tourism, from housewife to award winner, the accidental entrepreneur. I was supposed to be a breakout session speaker, but through a series of events, ended up on the main stage as an Alberta success story, demoing the app from my phone to about 250 people, most of them either through municipalities, tourism organizations, those interested in tourism. So that was really amazing. We got a lot of great responses from that, and later on that evening, we were awarded the Marketing Award. So another one of those recognitions that lets you know you're on the right track, and just to keep spreading the word about History Check and its collaborative movement initiative, however you word that. So the last award nomination that we received, and we were actually shortlisted for, was the Governor General's Award, History Award for Excellence in Community Programming. So we're in the top 25 in Canada, and we'll see how that goes. But anyways, so one of the biggest events that happened in conjunction with all of the alliances and collaborations that have started was that we went Alberta-wide in June of 2020. So we started out as a Northern Alberta Heritage and Tourism app. Now we're an Alberta-wide. I tend to downplay History Check because, heck, I'm a housewife from the bush, right? But really what we've done, Bill Gates, move on over, we have created a mobile app, one single mobile app that encompasses every sector for an entire province. That's huge. So where we're at right now, all those alliances, collaborators are coming on board. We have heritage societies sending us their local history and creating those sites in their region. We have municipalities. By the way, welcome Town of Trochu, Village of Empress, Town of Millet. Those are our most recent. They're sending us all their municipal run sites and other places. And then we have places like Lacombe Tourism, as an example, that have sent us the information for their area. And in return, their collaborative part is, pardon me, I should have this ready, they're cross-marketing the app. So I described it a time or two as an hourglass where multiple organizations are putting in. The skinny part of an hourglass is actually like the app, and all of that information is dispersed in different ways to the end user. Another example of that cross-marketing is the Kalina Country Attractions map, which are, all these sites are on History Check. You can search them by KC Map, and on the back, again, they've advertised History Check. There's a lot of that going on. Another example of that is Belt Drive Betty Media, Canadian Motorcycle Tourism Association has put out scavenger hunt maps for different regions, and the intent is to go take selfies at various sites. Those sites are being added to History Check, and on the printed and online version of the scavenger hunt, History Check is also being promoted. So I would just love to sit down and mention to you all of that that's going on, but we'd be here for a very long time. So I'll leave it at that for now. When we went Alberta-wide in June, we did so from the Provincial Archives. Big moment in my life personally. And we had 16 organizations or thereabouts come in and join us in a talk about what they're doing, how they're telling their part of the Alberta story, because it's very diverse, and then how that kind of works in with the app in giving that to the general public. So that was really amazing. So there was also several organizations like the Galloway Station Museum in Edson, Alberta Railway Museum, that were able to go live from our History Check page. We gave them access and told their story from their own location. For 2020, there's going to be more of that coming up with Takeover Tuesdays. I'm working on a schedule to invite people in. If you're one of those organizations and are interested in that, please contact me. Big moments also when we went Alberta-wide. We were recognized by the Premier, and Royce Twin, who's the CEO of Travel Alberta, built us a video saying how the app works so well with all of these other organizations. And then also Christopher Smith from Travel Alberta kind of kicked off that whole weekend event by coming in and talking to us about the industry partners, and how we're going to go, how all that's moving forward. I'm going to kick forward now back into October. At the Travel Alberta Industry Conference, they announced that the goals, the next 10, #next 10 goals, are to raise the tourism industry from 8.9 billion, yes, that's with a B and not an M, billion a year to $20 billion a year for the province of Alberta. So a real strong economic driver for the province, and we're really happy to be part of that. Things coming up. Those are just some of the highlights of the year, but a lot of it has been background work where we're on the phone, we're sending emails, we're doing presentations, and we've got everything lined up now for business advertisers, links and logo advertising, and we're starting to schedule presentations in various communities. Prefer that there's sort of a town hall, so anybody's welcome, where I can come in, I'll demo the app, ask specific questions, and show people how it applies to their specific sector. The two that are really working on right now are in St. Paul and Smoky Lake. So that's something that's coming up. There's also going to be the marketing. The first several months are going to be all that content, gathering all that content and getting it posted. We're starting to see historical societies, Crow's Nest Pass Heritage Initiative is one example. They're sending us in their local history sites so people can be more engaged in their community, and we're loading them up on the app. Marketing, this is fun. I just got off the phone call this morning with Renee of Belt Drive Betty Media, and we're going to start initiating History Bites, which will be a daily trivia where I'm going to flash you a photo or do whatever, but I'm going to ask you a question such as, what was Ole Anderson of Smith Alberta's nickname? We're going to give you multiple choice. The next day we're going to follow that up with the story. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And another thing that we're doing and kicking off soon, I'm looking for prize sponsors for at least 9 major prizes. We're going to be kicking off an Ingon contest. For those of you that were at the launch or saw any videos, I have a Get Your Ingon in Alberta t-shirt. And if you don't get that right off the bat, think camping, fishing, hunting, museum, meandering, ing. So What's Your Alberta Ing thing is going to be one of our marketing tactics. And we're going to be putting out a contest for character creation to Alberta students, grades 4 to 12. And we want prizes. As soon as we get those prizes in place, we'll be kicking out that letter, because I can't think of anybody with more imagination than kids. We might end up with golfing grandpas or beavers on snowshoes. Who knows what's going to happen. So those little characters will be avatars to replace the little green guy that's our location service on the app. We did that on purpose. So, and then be able to use it for marketing, get your ring thing, what's your ring thing in Alberta, get your ring on, whatever. So, those are just a few of the things coming up. As far as the app goes, we're right now working on getting an upgrade, so the splash pages will change. We'll get rid of that it's a Northern Alberta app, but most importantly, or not most importantly, but one of the vital things in there is we did a big boo-boo, being inexperienced. When the coders said, what do you want for login? We said, oh, use what everybody else does. We ended up with way more information than what we really want to know, so that's going to change. And we're going to add location services to the search functions. So those are some housekeeping things that we're going to do. Oh boy, we just had such a busy year. There's tons of stuff coming up. I would like to thank everybody for sticking with us, being patient as we go through this. We're now in a place as well where we have more people coming on. So if you think, holy crap, they came this far on 1.5 people on any given day, imagine what 12 is going to do for you, because yeah, incredible stuff. So I am hitting 2020 with feeling like all of the little building blocks that we've been putting together are now in place, and we're ready to move forward so we can make this thing really, really happen in 2020. So I wish all of you a very happy new year, the best to every single one of you, and thank you so much for being a part of this process and project. It's just really incredible and amazing, and I'm very happy you're here. Have a happy new year, everyone. Now to turn off the camera.